Hello there and welcome to SME On Point. My name is Diabo Sito. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are coming to you right here in Johannesburg where a lot of greenpreneurs are made and supported. Today we are visiting the Enterprising African Regional Network, also known as EARN. They groom and they develop greenpreneurs. As you can see behind me, I'm in their aquaponic cage or farm where there's lots of fish. These fish, they use them, the droppings, to for feeding for their greens. And I'm visiting here at the behest of Nedbank, who are the ones that made us aware about this enterprise that they are supporting as a financial institution. And I'm with Mr. Joshua Ngoma. He's the founder of EARN. Mr. Ngoma, thank you so much and welcome to SME On Point. Tell us about how you develop greenpreneurs here and how my viewers can get in touch with you and what they can learn from you.
Yeah, the difference that we have here is that it's unlike normal training. First of all, the selection is what differentiates us, because we use a competitive selection process. Okay. We want people that has got the right attitude and aptitude for entrepreneurship and also interest in agriculture. Yeah. And so that's the first thing. And when we bring them here, because we are dealing with young people, you want to expose them to modern farming methods with high levels of technology, because young people see agriculture as old-fashioned. So how do you make it exciting? And so you have to make sure that they're exposed to the modern way of farming. And so the program is a 12-month program. We can get someone with no knowledge in agriculture and develop them into a fully developed agripreneur in 12 months. Wow. So we got it's divided into two parts. Activate is 3 months intensive, where we give you everything that you need to know about the agripreneurship. 20% in class, 70-80% in the field. Yeah. Then you got the Accelerate, which is 9 months, where now you have to demonstrate what you've learned. So you're operating as a real agripreneur, where now you have to grow your stuff to the highest standards and be able to sell. Yeah. So you are basically earning while learning. Right.
I'd like you to take a walk with me as we go to meet Ms. Nemala Reddy from Nedbank, who's going to tell us how Nedbank is making all of this possible. And tell me about the number of people or agripreneurs that you have trained so far. I know Sipati Nkosi, who's going to speak to us, is one of them. Yeah. Tell us about how many you have trained. And tell us a little bit before Sipati goes in deep about this aquaponic farm and how that one can get involved in this.
Yeah, we started the program in 2019 before COVID. So the first group has been placed in Parare. So that's the other uniqueness about the program, is we place the guys on the ground ourselves. Okay. So you don't want to train them and throw them on the street. You want to know where have they gone. So like these guys, we've already found a place for them. When they finish, they start straight away. And the other group that is from Kwandebere, when they finish, they got a place where to go. The guys that are from Northern Cape, they got a place where to go. So that's the difference, because we are developing real people that are solving real world problems.
Great. Let me bring in Ms. Nemala Reddy, and so that she can tell us from the point of view of Nedbank how they are supporting entrepreneurs like Mr. Ngoma, and how you, as a viewer at home, if you have this great idea of training others, how they can come on board and help you. Welcome to SME On Point. Thank you so much for joining us. Every time we think about Nedbank, you think funding. Are people coming forward to look for this kind of funding, and what does it take to become a Mr. Joshua Ngoma if you are sitting at home and have Nedbank support you in this way?
Thank you. It's great to be here. So I think as Nedbank, we're typically a financial institution, and how do we actually augment that in terms of making more available to entrepreneurs and growing the economy? And what we're basically looking for are scalable opportunities that are economically viable, that are also at the same time addressing some of the massive changes we have in as a nation, like unemployment, poverty, lack of skills. And through programs such as EARN, we really able to address so many at one go. So by participating in this program, being one of the funders, we're able to provide opportunity to entrepreneurs, to farmers or aspiring farmers who within the safe space of the incubator, the accelerator, they're able to train, to grow, to learn those essential skills, as well as to those that I've seen having been with some of the entrepreneurs, they have their own individual element of bringing through innovation, technology, their own uniqueness to the program, which has been wonderful for the way forward.
Yeah. Looking at the agricultural sector in entrepreneurship, what are the most common mistakes that agripreneurs are making when they submit the application forms that make them, they end up not getting funding at the end of the day?
So I think the first key thing is, as a farmer, generally you tend to have more expertise from the technical side of it, and usually a typical entrepreneur will have the accountant doing the financials. I think it's so important to be able to understand. You need to have that end-to-end understanding of your business completely. When it comes to submitting funding, plans for funding, or even your business plan for that matter, you must have a good working knowledge of it. These different components of a business plan are they're actually tools to help you to be able to make sound financial decisions within your business. So it's important for an entrepreneur to have that understanding. Another key thing is financial acumen. I think a lot of entrepreneurs are very quick to say, oh, I'm not in the numbers, or I don't actually know, I need to speak to my accountant. Well, you better change that, because if you really want to grow your business, you really need to have a working understanding of what's happening and when.
Yeah. Let's talk about how people can get hold of you, particularly agripreneurs. I'm sure. Can they go to any branch, wherever, and just ask about funding?
I think a great way to contact us is to make contact through ed@netbank.co.za. That means it comes centrally to that point, and from there we're able to manage the different queries and send it to the correct part of the bank. So ed@netbank.co.za. Very simple.
Thank you so much, Nomala. I'm going to ask Sipati to demonstrate and educate us a bit about these fish that we see here and what their lifespan is like. Sipati Nkosi is one of the beneficiaries here at EARN, and you've been here for what now?
I've been here for over a year.
For over a year. Yes. And you are responsible for the aquaponics.
Yes, I am.
Please tell us about the fish here and what you've learned about them and what your future prospects are and goals are with regards to being here.
Okay. Well, initially I was not a fish person. I was soil, just recently converted. So one thing that people actually don't understand about fish, or they don't know about fish, is that it's fun to work with it. It's really fun. Though it's stressful, because sometimes it's a bit sensitive, but it's quite fun to work with it, and being able to use a living organism to grow things that people actually need in this current state that we find ourselves in it's actually a great opportunity. With having to find myself in this program, which was something that I didn't expect myself, because I'm from Hammanskraal. So this system, it saves a lot of water, it's sustainable, and it shows how people can grow sustainably, and also showing how to grow not only crops but fish as well. So you guys are in time, so we're just feeding now. Sorry about that. So the type of fish we have here is a tilapia, so it's an edible fish. So in aquaponics, you want to grow fish to give the plants nutrition. So that is incorporated with the science in it, obviously. So when we grow the tilapia, our main focus is not entirely on just selling the fish, but it's mainly to grow the crops. But if in the sense that we have grown fish, which we have, I think I'll show you on that tank, but we also sell the fish to the staff members. So it's a hybrid. And as you can see, they're quite excited to see you guys.
Yeah, they seem to be quite excited to get food. And one thing again that people don't know is that you can actually grow this system at the back of your house and have it as Tell us a little bit about this. Tell us a little bit about how one can grow the system at the back of your house quickly.
Okay, so I think on YouTube, right? So you on this scale, it's quite I'd say commercial.
Yeah.
But for tanks, you could use an IBC tank or a JoJo tank to grow that. You need a pump, you need oxygen to give them the oxygen that they need. So you don't need a lot of material. Instead of using the pond liner, you can use brick and mortar to just get it running. So it's actually a low cost system that you can grow for yourself or just run for yourself at home.
Sipati, thank you so much for sharing with us. I'm here at EARN, the Enterprising African Regional Network, and they've been sharing what their programs are. So if you're an aspiring agripreneur, they call them Greenpreneurs. Get in touch with them. You know, we always plug you with the best places where you can get advice, where you can start a good business. Sipati says that you can start your aquaponic farming at the back of your house. And with that, that's all we had for you on SME on Point. But please remember to support small businesses in your communities. Let's make those rands and cents circulate. Goodbye.